All right, hey guys, welcome to our special team call on a Friday night. First off, thank you guys for joining me. I know it's like a weird time of day. I just scarfed down dinner really quickly. Gotta love corporate, living in Utah sometimes. Somebody else stole my 7 o'clock slot. So I appreciate you guys for being on the call. So Road to Elite, we talked about it a lot last year and it has changed. Like I was like, I'll do a team call to explain it, but I don't really understand it completely myself. So that kind of seems kind of silly. So Jeff is going to go over it all today. And I just want you guys, as you're on this call, I want you to think like this isn't just a goal that we're going after in a sense for me to be an elite thing, which is again, us an elite team. The way they have structured it is this is very attainable for each and every single one of you to hit at some sort of level, if not all the way up. There's some cool little trophy pieces. I'll post the picture on the team page because I had a friend hook me up and show me the picture of it. Jeff may even have it. So I'm going to hand it over to Jeff because he's going to explain everything to me because, again, I don't understand a lot of it. Take notes. If you guys have questions throughout it, type it in the chat box, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and unmute Jeff if I can find Jeff. All right, Jeff.
I'm already unmuted.
Okay, you're good.
Awesome, guys. I'm excited to be on the team call. We got a good crew here. And yeah, I know it's kind of a wonky time of the day in the week. It's Friday. It's 6 o'clock East Coast time. I don't even know what time it is in Scotland. So, Laura, you can help us out with that. But I'm excited that you guys are here. I'm excited to talk about this topic, but most importantly, thank you for being on this call. I know, again, it's family time. It's maybe date night. It's after work. Maybe you are at work still. But I appreciate you taking the time to commit to being on this call to hopefully learn a little bit more about some strategy that we have for this coming year in terms of Beachbody and how you can implement that into your daily goals, your quarterly goals, and what you're pushing for this year. And that involves the Road to Elite. But before I talk about that, just wanted to circle you all together. I know Ashley fairly well. She's had to put up with me in the Northeast U.S. now for I don't even know how long. Seems like 40,000 years, right? For how much stuff you have to put up with me. But I do know some of you as well. But Ashley's just phenomenal. She's a great leader, pours her heart in everything she does. And, seeing some other people on here like the Christians and others, just I know who you are. It sounds a little creepy. I know who you are. But I just know what you guys do on the day-to-day and helping people transform their lives and helping them improve their lifestyle from a health standpoint, from a financial standpoint. And while it's not always the most glamorous thing to do, it's not the easiest thing to do all the time. It's super rewarding. And I know that it's super appreciated by those that you're impacting each day. So never discredit that. Never forget about the important role that you are playing in the lives of others. And it's pretty remarkable. So I'm excited to be able to share a quick message with you guys. So tonight, you see that over on the right, we have the official chat box. Okay. Take a picture and post on Instagram. Tag me. You know what? I'm going to tag you on Instagram. See if you can find me. DJ Jazzy Jeff 13. Let's go be friends. Okay. Anyways, you'll get the real corporate Jeff on Instagram. What we're going to talk about tonight, guys, no matter if you are a brand new coach or if you've been a coach that's been doing this for years, if you're an Emerald coach, a 5-star diamond, 2-star, I don't care. The Road to Elite is beneficial for you and your teams. Okay. What it is, it's a strategy that we've implemented going into this year that combines a few things. It combines our compensation plan. Okay. Our commissions is our compensation plan. Our recognition program, it's been a long day. I think this is the 6th Road to Elite call I've done. So I should have this by now, but apparently I'm still stammering. But it also takes our Elite and Premier programs and our Leadership Ladder programs, which those are kind of business key KPIs, key performance indicators that show just how much growth and how much production is happening within your teams and your organization. And we've tried to meld that into just this hybrid program that is not designed to just push you to do anything, but I see oftentimes with leaders and coaches, they set goals for themselves. They have these vision boards of, I want to be able to travel. I want that time freedom. I want to have a part-time income. I want to retire. I want all this stuff, right? Which is great. And you should push for that. But in between, a lot of times they're not sure, am I on the right path? Am I getting there? Where am I at? How am I tracking? The Road to Elite can hopefully help bridge that gap a little bit. Okay. And I'll preface it by saying this. Don't feel like everything I shared it, because I keep pointing over here. I have a presentation I'll put up so you can see as we go along. And Ash, I'll send this to you probably Monday, because right after this I'm doing another call, and then I got to go meet my wife and kiddos for a Friday night little get together. But I will send the presentation to Ash. You can get it out to the team and they can refer back to it if they so see fit. Okay? So don't feel like you have to understand everything. Just try to wrap your head around this a little bit and see, all right, how can I implement some of these strategies into my day-to-day? Because at the end of the day, what you guys do, it's not being focused on numbers. It's not being focused on road to elite. It's focusing on the individual and helping them get results so that they can help others get results, right? And when that happens, the business can grow pretty organically and pretty rapidly. So with that said, I'm done yapping about that. Let's get to the road to elite, all right? Let me share this screen right here. I got this, I promise. All right, perfect. Can I get a little thumbs up from Laura or someone? Because I can see her. Can you see this? Thanks, Laura. All right, who else we got on here? I need to, Ash, who can I pick on tonight? You get a pick. I need a coach that's on this call that I can pick on. Give me a name.
You can pick on Jill Kelley.
Jill Kelley. Where's Jill? I can't see her name. Oh, she's there. She is. Black tank top. How are you, Jill? She's like, oh, crap. Jill, here's the thing.
Utah. She was at the training in Utah. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. I lied.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, that's all right. I'll still pick on her. All right, Jill Kelley. I'm going to pick on you for this entire training. So you got to be paying attention. You literally will not have to do a thing. You won't have to say a word. So you just got to let me pick on you. Okay? All right. So the road to elite, guys, we're going to talk about this. We're going to use Jill as our example a little bit tonight. Now, with the road to elite, again, this is structured, again, to give you some guide points as you're building your business where you can track yourself and see how you're progressing with your business activity. As we go through this, I'm going to share with you some of the requirements it takes to get to each benchmark, as well as some ideas of how you can implement that, okay? So as we look at this, let me expand this. All right, we can still see this. Perfect. The first, the end goal we'll say for Road to Elite is getting to what's called an elite leader. Some of you that have been a coach for a while, or were here last year, the year before, this is known as being an elite coach, okay? It's an elite leader is what we're calling it. Now I'm going to share the requirements, and then we're going to kind of walk backwards and how to get there, okay? So don't get too overwhelmed. But there are 3 requirements to be an elite leader, okay? The first one is that you as a coach need to have the rank of 5-star diamond or higher, okay, for 6 consecutive weeks during the year or for 1 week in December. Now, if you're wondering, okay, I'm still trying to figure out what it means to be a 5-star or be a diamond or whatever. Here's what that means. To be a 5-star diamond, that means that you personally have helped 5 coaches underneath you achieve the rank of diamond. Okay, and if you're thinking, well, what does that mean? Without going into the weeds too much, a diamond coach has 8 people underneath them. Okay, 8 coaches, 2 of those being emerald. If you're wondering what that means, we'll say that for another call because we can just keep going and keep going. But this will give you an idea. But to be an elite leader, that's where you need to be at. You need to be a 5-star diamond or higher for 6 consecutive weeks anytime during the year or for 1 week in December. When you do that, check that off. You've got step number 1 for being an elite leader. Step number 2 and 3, this will make sense why we're structuring it this way, working backwards, is that you need to earn 105 leadership points. Okay, these are the same as elite points. That's what they were called last year, but thanks to some really creative, sexy marketing, we call them leadership points. Really creative, but it aligns it. And I'll show you how you earn those points here in a minute, but it is essentially through your daily business activities, your 4 vitals, helping people hit Success Club, and finding new challengers, okay? The third requisite to be an elite leader is to help 2 of your coaches that you sponsor achieve the rank of diamond on the year, okay, for the first time. So, for example, Jill, okay, now I'm picking on Jill. She's like, oh, I'll perk up. What? Wait a minute. Jill is our coach. She's a fantastic coach in the year, successful entrepreneur. Let's say this year she signs up in the month of January. She signs up myself. Good for you, Jill. I'll be the most solid Ruby coach you've ever seen. She also signs up Carl Deichler as a coach, and she signs up Bob Barker, okay? She signs up those 3 coaches, all-star lineup. Let's say anytime during the year she helps any one of the 3 of us get to the rank of diamond, then that third requirement is met, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be the 3 of us. As long as it is a coach that's never achieved diamond that does that for the first time this year, that works. If you sign someone up in 2014 and they've been with you forever and they're like, finally say, you know what, I want to coach, I want to do this, and they go diamond this year for the first time, they could count as well. Okay? Any questions so far? You're like, why did you slow down talking? We get it. Again, I want to be able to explain it in a way that's so simple that you can hopefully, one, digest it, and then two, take it to your teams as necessary. So that's what it takes to be an elite leader. Why should you be an elite leader? Couple reasons, my personal opinion. Number one, it adds instant validity and credibility to your business, right? It also, guys, as an elite leader, you get some exclusive recognition and achievement from the company. You get exclusive apparel that's made for you at all of our events, including some. It's VIP treatment. You have VIP access for pretty much anything. As we do test groups, as there's speaking opportunities, it's not a given that you have these, but we always look at, all right, who are elite leaders? They're producing, they're moving, they've got some groundswell momentum happening, right? But what it means as well, most importantly to me, is that as an elite leader, you have the right business activities occurring in your organization that are driving volume growth, that are driving commissions, that are driving retention and engagement, right? That's the most important, is you have a solid foundation in your business and not just a house of cards that's going to fluctuate week to week. That's the main reason why I think you should go for elite. Now, let's talk the money side, because some people don't like to talk about that, but I do, because it's important to make money. Okay, but that can't be our core reason why we do anything as a coach, or else we'll fail. You got to keep people's transformations, helping them get results, is the core focus always. That always has to be the drive. As an elite leader, okay, when you rank in the top 200, you are eligible for a monthly bonus of $500 for being an elite leader if you're in the top 200, okay? That's an extra $6,000 a year on top of any other compensation commissions that we offer to coaches. I'm incentivized, okay? There's a lot of reasons to push for that. But before we get to elite leader, there's some things that we can push for, that we can aim for, okay? So now we're going to walk things back. And before we do that, let's look at this second requirement for being an elite leader, of earning the 105 leadership points. And our girl, Jill, is going to get picked on right now. And Jill, because you're letting me pick on you, if after this call or sometime over the weekend, if you can Facebook message me your name, shipping address, phone number, shirt or tank top size, and what your favorite trainer or program is, I'll hook you up with something for letting me pick on you, Delia. Ashley, you picked a good winner. Good job. Thank Ashley for that, Jill. So here's the first way that you earn points towards, again, the 105 points you need as that second requirement, okay? The first way is this. We've got our girl Jill here, okay? Awesome coach. Jill, or any of us as coaches, right? We will earn one leadership point for every 500 points of personal volume that her 2019 coach signups and her customers that order for the first time in 2019 generate. Every 500 points cumulative running total of volume that they generate will get her one leadership point. Let me give you an example. Jill's our girl. She signed up Carl, myself, and Bob Barker in January. Let's say Carl, Bob, and myself, we all each order 200 points worth of product, a challenge pack, some Energize, some bars, whatever. Because it's 200 points from me, 200 points from Carl, and 200 points from Bob Barker, that's more than 500, so that would get her one leadership point. And because there's an extra 100 points of volume, that's just going towards the next 500 cumulative total. To when she gets another 400 or another 500 on top of that, she gets a leadership point for every time that occurs during the entire year. Okay? If you're thinking, well, shoot, that's going to take forever for me to do, guys, it's not expected that you are an elite leader in January or even March. You have an entire year to do this. But if you can start early on and really get some good challenge groups going, you're inviting, you're talking to people, you're committing them to get a challenge pack and get results with you, all that volume and all that production that you've started the first of the year residually carries over throughout the year, right? So keep that in mind. Start early. Start now. This area, in my opinion, is the easiest to cap out in. Don't hate me. I don't hate you. I think you're spot on because you guys are helping a ton of people. One of the main challenges is how do we help them convert into coaching and duplicating with their own coaches, right? So that's the first way you want to earn points. If there's questions, drop it in the chat. I'm watching it. But we'll go to the second one. So Jill, good job. You got some leadership points coming in now. You, Bob, and Carl, and me, we're just moving mountains right now. The second way that you earn points towards your 105 for elite leader is through Success Club. anytime any of Jill's coaches that she signed up in 2018 and 2019, so last year and this year both count here, anytime those coaches earn Success Club in a given month, that will earn Jill 1 leadership point. Here's an example. Say she signs me up in January, I'm able to help 3 people get started with the challenge pack or whatever. I end up at Success Club 6. Well, because I'm in Success Club, that gets Jill 1 leadership point. Let's say Bob Barker, he's rocking it. He gets to SC 10. And this is any month during the year. It doesn't have to be just January. But say in January, he's at SC 10. Okay? He's in Success Club as well. So that's 2 points for Jill. You may be thinking, well, shoot, Jeff, this can take forever to get to 105. I just got 2 points and I just helped 2 people help get into Success Club. Like, this is pretty daunting. Here's the cool part. Jill's such a great leader. She knows the importance of earning Success Club every month, right? When she earns Success Club in the same month as her personally sponsored coaches, those points that she got from me and from Bob Barker double. So when me and Bob hit Success Club and Jill hits in the same month, it's not 2, it's actually 4. Okay? So you can double the amount of points that you get from Success Club by achieving it yourself that same month. Aha. My watch is dinging. Maybe you can hear it. That means, yes, that makes sense. Light bulbs are going off. Okay? That you can see how you can get your points really quick through that category. Last one is this. It's called our SC1 category. Here's what that means. Jill, fantastic leader still. She's building some momentum. Let's say in February, she signs up Beyonce. She's got some girl power on her team now. She's quite a lineup, by the way. Those 4 coaches you got. Let's say in the first 2 months of her being a coach, Beyonce, she's able to help 1 person. She's able to get 1 Success Club point or 2 or whatever it is. So long as that new coach gets 1 Success Club point or more in their first 2 months of being a coach, when that happens, Jill will get 1 leadership point. Okay? Anytime any of your new coach signups this year are able to help 1 person in their first 2 months, you get a leadership point towards your 105 total. So that's cool because it encourages some of that duplication, helping your coaches that are just starting to help someone else and starting to see that duplication deep down in the organization. Okay, I got people nodding heads. We've got some note taking. You're either playing tic-tac-toe because you're like, this dude is boring, or you're like, this makes sense. I kind of get this thing. We're officially done with numbers, sort of. Okay, so the kind of the boring numbers part is out of the way. And Jill, you're kind of officially off the hot seat. See, that wasn't too painful. I just said your name a couple times, and you had to make sure you're watching me. But we'll make sure we get you hooked up with some swag. Now, guys, let's look at the road to elite. So we've got elite leader. We know how to earn these points. What happens in between? Okay, Jeff, I'm running a challenge group. I'm trying to talk to people. I'm trying to find coaches. How can I start setting some goals on my way to elite? Let's do that now. Before we do that, anybody ever heard of this guy? Some of you have. It's going away. In the sense of we are implementing it into the road to elite. Because, guys, this, in my opinion, is the best KPI that we've got that shows the true health of someone's business. If someone is hitting these rungs, like they've got some substantial volume growth happening, they got some good leadership developing, so which is why we incorporated it here. This is where you'll see it. On the road to elite, there's really 4 benchmarks, okay? And we already talked about that last one, elite leader. We're going to talk about the first 3 now, okay? January 1 of this year is when this all starts. So everybody, including top coach Melanie Mitro to our newest coach that signed up today, starts at 0 January 1, okay? Here's how it works. For Team Builder, you're going to see the 4 requirements on the screen right now. I'm going to break those down. But you can push for these guys, okay? And this isn't just like a recognition deal. Again, if you are pushing for these as you have your goals, like these are based on those sound core activities of generating activity in your business, okay? So the first requirement to be a team builder is this. You need to be a diamond coach, which again is having 2 emeralds and 6 other coaches underneath you. And you need to hold that rank, maintain it for 6 consecutive weeks, anytime during the year. When you do that, check off that box, okay? Keep in mind that these 4 requirements for team builder, you don't have to hold all of these at the same exact time to be a team builder, You can just do it one at a time. So when you do one of these, check it off. You got it. In your back office, okay, you're trying to think, well, crap, how do I track that? Your back office will have a section where all of this will be tracked for you. It'll be updated, not daily, but it's going to be pretty actively updated for you guys so you can kind of track this, okay? Now, the second requirement, we talked about those leadership points, right? The second thing you need to do is to earn 25 leadership points from those 3 categories like Jill was doing with Bob and Carl and myself, right? When you do that, check this one off. And I see some good questions coming in. I'll get those right after these 2 requirements. The third thing you need to do is you need to help one of your new coaches become an emerald. So Jill with Carl, let's say she helps Carl in March or whenever get to emerald for the first time. When she does that, she can check that one off, okay? And then the last one, don't let this confuse you. Again, back office will be able to track it for you. But we put this in place, guys, because we really want coaches to have a well-rounded foundational business, okay, that has some growth happening, has some good commissions paying out. And if you were following the leadership ladder as a team builder, you were already generating this type of volume. So don't think it's something, oh my gosh, we have to go do this in addition to what I'm already doing. No. This should happen as a byproduct of the activities you're doing in terms of holding a diamond for 6 weeks, getting those 25 leadership points, and so on. But that fourth requirement is this. For 5 weeks, okay, during a 5-week period, your weak leg volume has to be a minimum of 1,000 points of team volume. Now, if you're thinking, holy smokes, what does that mean? Well, let me give you an example. That just means during the course of 5 weeks, doesn't matter if it's your left leg or your right leg, and if I'm getting too far in the weeds, stick with me here, guys, okay? It doesn't matter if it's your left leg or your right leg. Whatever one is weaker, that has smaller amount of volume, as long as that weak leg is holding a minimum of 1,000 over 5 weeks, you're fine. So here's your example. Let's say Jill, okay, Jill's our coach here. Let's say week 1, she has a total of 200 points of team volume on her weak leg. Week 2, she has 800. Well, 200 and 800, that's 1,000, right? If the next 3 weeks there isn't any team volume on that weak leg, she's okay because there's that total of 1,000 points of volume over 5 weeks. Okay, that's one way to do it. If she has 200 points of volume on her weak leg for 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 week, 200 times 5 weeks, that's 1,000. She's good there as well. Okay, does that make sense? Mostly, I got head nods. Okay, again, don't feel like oh my gosh, I got to understand that completely to be able to push for this. No, that should be happening as a byproduct of, again, you running those challenge groups, inviting people and encouraging people to hit Success Club. It should happen organically, okay? Let me get to those questions, and I think Ash may have actually already answered it. Jeff has to answer that one. Okay, got you. So if Jill asks, see, Jill's the new coach. She's asking this. If a new coach signed up in December 2018 and they get 1 Success Club point in January 2019, would that count toward earning a leadership point since it is within the first 2 months of being a coach? You're going to love this. I don't believe so. Because they have to be a 2019 coach sign up. But I'll make you a deal. I'm going to double check that because that's a really good question. It's kind of a wonky little catch in the rules of that. So maybe there's a way we could do that. I don't know, but I'll follow up for you, okay? Good question. Makes sense, team builder? All right, we're going to speed up a little bit. When you get to team builder, part of the cool recognition thing, and Ashley brought this up, there's a cool picture of the trophy. I have it here. Look, there's a new recognition trophy, and it's a stackable kind of cool recognition piece. So as you hit each of these benchmarks on the road to elite, when you do that, we're going to send you this. It's actually really heavy. This crystal trophy. Okay, so this is the base of it. It'll say Beachbody and it'll say Team Builder on there, just like you see on the screen. You'll get that. You can put it on your desk, mount it to the hood of your car, whatever you want. Don't do that. Don't let your kids play with them either because they're really heavy and they will hurt. Okay. Let's go to team leader now. You guys are kind of getting how this is set up, right? There's 4 requirements for team leader. That's the next stop. To be a team leader, you need to be a 1-star diamond coach or higher, again, either for 6 consecutive weeks or for 1 week in December. When you do that, you can check that one off. Here's what's cool. For those that have never been a one-star diamond, when you go to one-star diamond, you will get an invitation to our new leader conference. I know Ashley is a big advocate of that, but that's a event that we do every February out in Santa Monica. You get to go to the headquarters. You get to hang out with yahoos like me, do pretty intimate workouts with the super trainers, and get trainings from some top coaches. Ash went to the first one ever, the inaugural class. Look at you. And it's just a great event to be at. So that's one reason to get to one star. The other reason, I'll say here in a minute. Okay, I don't want to give it away yet. To be a team leader, you need to earn 50 leadership points. Okay, again, like we talked about with Jill. And that, guys, is not 50 points on top of the 25 you've already earned. It's 50 total. So it's just 25 more on top of the original 25 for Team Builder. Okay? You need to help 2 of your coaches get to Emerald or 1 get to Diamond. So remember, if we go back to Team Builder, one of the requirements is to help 1 new Emerald. Well, guess what? When you do that, you've already taken care of 1 of the 2 for Team Leader. You just have to help 1 more Emerald. I can do that. Or if you can help Bob Barker, Jill, or if you can help Carl Deichler get to Diamond, check that off. Okay? Again, there's a recognition piece to it, but it's helping you not force, but work that duplication effort with your team, right? Then the last one, again, we kind of explain how this works. On your week leg volume for 5 weeks, you need to have 2,500 points of team volume. Okay? All right. You guys are like, all right, come on, dude. Quit talking so slow. Why is this so numbers heavy? Again, hopefully to give you some structure behind this. Went to the first one ever, too far for me. Boo. Laura, there is someone from the UK coming to this one, but we'll get you here. Somehow, some way, we'll get you here. Okay, here's what's cool with Team Leader, guys. Anyone that goes to Team Leader this year is going to get hooked up with this Team Leader backpack. We did this for the Leadership Ladder last year, and we're doing it again. So you get that nice recognition piece. You also will get the next piece of this stackable trophy. It'll say Team Leader on it, and you get it sent in the mail, and you can add it to your trophy. Like, cool, huh? Like, you're a dork, dude. But it's a really cool recognition piece. So you can continue to add to your trophy as you get these different rungs on the road to elite. Okay? Let's look at Premier Leader, and then we're almost done. I love it. Give me all the swag. That's right. So Premier Leader. Some of you have heard about this, being a Premier coach. Last year we had about 44 in the network. This year we're on track to, I think, have over 100. I could be wrong on that. But it's a pretty exclusive group. But at the same time, it shows that you are building momentum. You got growth in your business, okay? Here's the requirements, and we'll talk about some of the benefits of being there. You need to be a 2-star diamond and above for 6 consecutive weeks or for 1 week in December, okay? When you do that, by the way, you get to 2-star, you get to open something. Ashley knows what. It's an additional business center, meaning when Jill gets to 2-star diamond, she's helped 2 of her coaches get to diamond, right? She gets to open another account under her name. So now there's Jill Twins. That's scary. Okay. So when you ask how Ashley has 5 coach accounts, that's how she's done it. Every time you build an account to 2-star, guys, you can open another business center. So yes, you can open up as many as you want. But so that's a cool benefit because you guys know how to build. You can build that to diamond and go 3-star. Madison's like, okay, I get it now. See, if anything, you got that now. So this call was productive, right? In addition, you see the leadership point requirement. You need to have 75. Again, don't think you're going to have this in like month 1 or month 2. This is a full year deal, but it's a big difference because last year, guys, to be a Premier Leader, you had to earn 105 leadership points, the same as elite. That doesn't really make sense. So we adjusted that. 75 leadership points to be a Premier Leader. Okay? And Ash, and for others too, you see it says there's a cap in each category. That's a difference. So we talked about the 3 ways to earn points. There are a certain amount of points that you can earn from each category to count towards your 75. I don't want to confuse people, but just so you're aware, there's a cap now. That's why it's lower. Okay? Let's look at the last one. I didn't even know that was an option. Hannah Nix McCann, mind blown. That's what's cool about this business. And without going on a tangent, there's not a lot of companies in this industry, in the direct sales industry, if that's what you want to call it, that allow you to open additional business centers like that. There's others that do, but it's a really, really cool feature with our comp plan and opportunity here. So to be a premier leader, last 2 requirements, you need to help one of your coaches get to diamond, which again, if you remember team leader, you may have done that. So if you did it for team leader, it's also taken care of with premier leader. Okay. And then your week leg volume needs to be that 5,000 total. Again, if you're thinking that's so much volume, like no way, and I don't even understand how I would get that. If you are a 2-star diamond and you have 75 points, guys, and you have a diamond on your team, that 5,000 points of volume is going to be there. It just is. So I wouldn't stress too much about that, but here's what I get excited for in terms of the commission side, okay? That's your week leg volume. Now, if you know about team cycle bonus a lot or you don't know a lot of details, stick with me, I'll explain this. One of the best ways that we pay out here is with our team cycle bonus. Every week, we look at your legs of your business and at the volume associated with each of those legs. And we basically take, it's a 200 to 100 ratio. And every time your legs have a ratio of 200 to 100, we basically run a cycle which says you get, if you're a diamond coach, it's $18 for that 200 to 100 ratio. But that's just a 200 to 100 ratio. If that's all the volume you had, yeah, we'd pay $18. If you look at, if your weak leg volume, that ratio of 100, if it's 5,000 minimum, your strong leg is more than that. And it may not be a perfect 2-for-1 ratio, but imagine how many cycles we run until the 200 to 100 is used up. You're getting $18 times however many cycles that runs. It could be 10, 20, 30, who knows? But that's a significant amount of weekly commission that you can be making here. That gets me excited. And if you're thinking that just gets me confused, I get it. But just know it's a good way to pay out. Okay? And there is some exclusive recognition you get with Premier Leader. You get some exclusive apparel made for you. You get some VIP treatment at our events at Summit. It's well worth going for. And remember this guy? You get the next one. It says Premier, okay? And you'll get this sent to you. Now, before we wrap up, there's just 2 more slides. We already covered Elite Leader right at the beginning. Remember that? You're probably looking at the 4 requirements and thinking, well, you said at the beginning there's only 3 things that I had to do. It's the same as last year. There is, but there is a 4th one with that weak leg volume. You have that 5,000 points. But with Premier Leader, what was the requirement to be a Premier Leader? 5,000 points. So that is already being taken care of. Okay? As you're an elite leader, again, we've talked about some of the benefits, the monthly elite bonus you can be eligible for when you go elite as well with this guy again. He's still here. We're going to top it off. Okay? With that block, you'll say 2020 Elite. It'll have your name engraved there, and we'll even top it with this cool Beachbody logo ball. And this is really heavy. I'm going to try to not drop it on my desk. But you have this cool recognition piece now in your office or on the hood of your car. Okay? Some of you and some coaches said, well, Jeff, like, I want to go for elite, but I just barely started. Like, if I can get a team leader, that's a huge jump for me, right? Or if I don't get there, like, I just feel down about that, right? They kind of get deflated a bit. Remember, guys, you can earn parts of this recognition trophy. Almost dropped it. If you get to team leader, team builder, and whatnot. Most likely, there will be a promotion or an incentive. This trophy ball may be the best thing you guys have done. And it's fun to play with between calls. I play with it all the time. But there will probably be a promotion or an incentive where you can earn your topper no matter where your trophy's at. Okay? If you get to team builder, you'll be able to top it. So it still looks like a really nice recognition piece. Doesn't look unfinished. Okay? With that said, that's the road to elite. I'm sure there's going to be questions, and we'll open it up. But for our OCD coaches that are much like myself, you have to know every little detail. Got one more slide for you, okay? Don't let this confuse you, but it's good to know, okay? It's not this one. This is just an overview. As I send this to you, you can print it out. You can check it out to see all the requirements. But it's this slide right here. I get asked a lot by coaches, and you'll hear coaches say, hey, I want to help my team. One of our goals this year is to be a high-ranking team. We want to be a top 500 team or a top 10 team, right? You hear about like the top 10 trip, or our top 200 elite coaches get that bonus. The ranking that we determine that by is based off of elite ranking points. These are all the points that we talked about with Jill that you can earn through those 3 categories, and you just earn them throughout the year like crazy. But you can also get additional points that will bump your rank up right here on the screen. Now, these ranking points that we're going to mention right now, they don't contribute towards the points you need to be a team builder or team leader or premier leader, but they help you jump rank, okay? Number rank in the company, I should say, not like star dynamic, sorry. First way is this. This is not changed from last year, okay? Every time you, as a coach, so Jill, okay, if she helps any of her personally sponsored coaches achieve a star diamond rank for the very first time this year, Jill will get 25 ranking points added to her team's total. So she helps Carl Deichler go 1-star diamond in whatever month, April. That's 25 points for Jill's team. If Carl goes 2-star anytime during the year for the first time, it's another 25. 3-star, 25. 4-star, 25. You can see how your team could really start climbing the rankings, okay? The other way, and then I'm absolutely done talking, I promise, is through helping any of your personally sponsored coaches earn Success Starter in 2019. Okay, every time you do that, 25 ranking points.
Jeff,
with that said,
can I go for it? 2 seconds?
Yep.
So, Jill, your question, I checked the FAQ. No, you don't get elite points if they signed up in December. But if they signed up in December but they become a Success Starter, you will get the 25 elite ranking points.
Yes.
So just wanted to – I did check the FAQ. Even if they just signed up on December 31st at 11:58 p.m., they do not count.
Those beach-body corporate guys, so stingy.
Gosh.
Oh, good question. Dan, thanks for checking that. Laura, allow this to make more sense as you get more into coaching. Yeah, that's still very confused at all. It may take a while to sink in. Laura, absolutely. Like I said, guys, this can be pretty overwhelming. You don't have to understand it all. Again, if you can just start to wrap your head around this, okay, this is what's there. This is how I can kind of structure my game plan as you go along and you continue to run these groups, as you continue to help people talk about your results, like it'll come together really nicely. It does. I've just seen over the past 4.5 years of doing this here, and it will make sense. Don't let it intimidate you. Don't think you can't do it, guys, because you can. I look at coaches like Ashley on this call. I look at great coaches like Bonnie Engel, like Melanie Mitro, Miguel Carrasco, Jamie Fitzpatrick, whoever it is, and they're great at what they do, and they've seen success, but there's nothing – don't take this wrong way, Ashley – there's nothing special about them. And what I mean by that, they're great, and they are special in that regard, but they've found something that works for them. They humbly and relentlessly pursue it, and they show up every day, and they do their 4 vitals. And I don't think there's any reason why Tatiana or Christina or Kristen McFadden, Laura Lowe, Hannah, anyone on this call, Sarah, Madison, why you can't be the next top coach, why you can't be a million club earner, why you can't have a nice part-time income that covers that car payment every month. Like, you guys can do it. You have all the credibility in the world. And what you do is not only transformational for yourself and for others, but it's transgenerational. And what you're doing to impact the future is pretty significant. And, don't forget about that. It's pretty critical.
So I noticed a couple, and Jeff, and if you need to hop off, that's totally fine. A couple of you said it's overwhelming. In the beginning, I put a link to a PDF. Somebody posted this in an exclusive group that you don't have access to, but my Success Partner does. And it is a breakdown. It is a checklist, guys. I will post it in the team page because I don't want you guys to focus on the elite. I want you to focus on each individual milestone and work your way towards that. Because like we talked about on the call for the year, if you focus on end of the year and you don't focus on the first quarter, you're going to get lost. So it's this checklist, and it literally breaks it down, and you check one thing off at a time. So for the first one at Team Builder, you're going to focus on working on Diamond, and there's a checklist. So week 1, you held it. Week 2, you held it. It focuses on if you have your coaches and then the non-negotiables. So right now, we're doing this together, y'all. I'm on the same page as you. I am not anywhere higher. I am on the same exact wavelength as you. So each week we will work on locking these in together. So focus on this. Don't focus on Premier. Don't focus on Elite. Don't focus on Team Leader. Focus on Team Builder, one step at a time, because that's how it's going to become a tangible goal instead of being like, that's too far away. Just like when you guys are like, I want to be Diamond. No, I want you to be Emerald times 4. So focus on this now. Don't focus on the Elite. Focus on this, okay, guys? And if corporate doesn't want to hear that, plug their ears. Good? Does anybody have any questions for Jeff? I know it's a weird time, so I don't want to keep you guys, and I don't want to keep Jeff because I know he has another call. The main reason I want to do this call is because these are tangible goals for each and every single one of you. I have watched coaches in this network sign up in January and then finish the year being a top coach. The first year that they had the leadership conference, Bonnie Engel was just hit 2-star. She had just hit Premier. She finished that exact same calendar year as a 15-star top 10 coach. So don't tell me it's not possible, because it is. Again, we're nobody special.
They're pretty special, but.
Well, we're just ordinary people. Like, we do the stuff. We do
ordinary people doing extraordinary things, right?
Well, thank you, Jeff. And I'll stay on, guys, once Jeff hops off to answer any last-minute questions. Jeff, thank you for taking time out of your day to do this call.
No problem. I appreciate you guys. And thank you for bearing through a lot of numbers, heavy stuff. But again, hopefully it helps give some context and just a little structure as we start this year. So thank you, guys.
Perfect. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, we'll see ya.
All right, guys. I'm staying on for a quick second. So I will post, again, I posted the PDF in the comments. I will post it in the team page. Let's focus on this first now, because I know some of my coaches like Crystal and Laura, like brand new coaches. Kristen, you're like, what the hell did we just talk about? It can be confusing, y'all. I don't even understand half of the stuff sometimes, and I've been here for 6 years. So let's focus on this one step at a time. So if you're a pen and paper person, like most of you guys are on our team, you're going to print this out. I also want you to print out the new coach welcome guide that I just uploaded to the team page. I don't care if you have been a coach for 4 years, 3 years. Look at Hannah. You are on it, girlfriend. It's valuable information, and it helps you help your coaches. So if you're like a Jill or an Ember, or a Tatiana or Kristen, you guys have been here for a while. You're like, I don't need to know this stuff. Know it so you can help your coaches. But we're going to focus on this because we are going to be an elite team this year. I am going to you guys are going to earn your trophy pieces. I like swag. I love swag. Like, give me all the swag. I want the backpack. I want the trophy pieces. I want it all. Because you know what happens? We get jealous when other people have it and we don't. We have FOMO. So I will post this. Yeah, FOMO, Sarah. I will post this on the team page. I want you guys to print it. That is your call to action for this call. I want you to print it and post a picture of yourself holding it in the team page. I'm not going to post like a call to action thread because I want some action in the team page and I want people actually posting in there. So print it out. I will post it and then take a picture of yourself holding it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I am going to post a link in the comments real quick. If you have not scheduled a call with me for 2019, please schedule one with me. So yeah, I'm looking at every single person on this call because no one has scheduled a 2019 call with me. I posted my link in the comments. Schedule a call with me, guys. They're only 20 minutes so we can talk and strategize for the month of January. If you guys need anything, reach out to me. You guys have an amazing Friday night. Thank you for taking time out of your evening to be on this call, and I will see you guys on Monday. We have some call planned, and I don't remember what it is. All right, guys. Good night, guys.